everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are trying to get our intake setup done, and then I'm going to build another battery box and a permanent coil mount. That way we can have a complete setup ready to go, and we can have the hood on, and then for the last couple things we'll be able to work on them and still pull this in and out of the shop. For those of you that watched the last video, you'll remember we got this exhaust going, and then I had a running issue. What that turned out to be was the points. Now, I ended up changing out the points and condenser, and I also put the factory, or the wires that were on the original Farmall engine on. They end up having no resistance and they just work really well. There's no cracks, no arcing, so she's running really good. I'll put a clip, or you probably would have already seen the clip at the beginning of this video of it firing up. So it runs good, and you will hear more of that at the end of this video. So that's enough talking. Let's get after it. So here's the overview of the current engine setup. Obviously these wires are extremely long, but they function, so they're gonna ride for now. We have the exhaust bolted back on. You can see the condenser on the side because I have to order the proper one to go in the cap, but this condenser works, so we're running with that for now. So yeah, we are going to first build a battery box. That's going to be the key to getting all this going. So the plan for that is to install a battery up here. Reasoning behind that is I'm not a fan of having the cables from back there all the way up. I would like them to be short and neat, tucked up here. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to build a box in this area, probably a little lower, and then it'll still be shielded by the hood here. So that's the game plan for that. And then off of that box we will build the coil mount, and then we'll throw the hood on, make sure it clears the battery, and then we can work on the intake. So just a little list to get done this week. Today's Thursday. I messed around with this, trying to get it run for the past couple days. We had a gross rainy day yesterday, so we're finally getting back on this, and I still plan to have this video out on the standard Sunday morning. So again, that's enough talking, and I'll get after it. Okay, so we've got our initial battery tray hung on there, and so next I'm going to build a support here, and then we'll make it bolt on that top hole there, and that'll hold some of the sprung weight, so that's good. And after that we'll build a top strap for the battery, and then that will be contained, and we can move on to the coil mount. Battery is mounted. We have the side support, all the framework. Now I just have to make some sort of tie down to go from here up to this bolt, and that'll be set. Okay, we've got our clamp made, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook the battery cables up and see if she fires up again. All right, she runs good. So we're gonna move on to the coil mount. I think for that, we are just gonna put it about here. So this is the original Farmo coil bracket, and I think we'll, I don't know, I can't decide if I wanna put it out here or if I want to go somewhere else, but you know, obviously I don't wanna drill any holes for what's not already there, so I think, maybe we'll just make something come directly off and then we'll mount it there in the center. Yeah, that'll work. That's what we'll do. Okay, here is our coil mount off of the battery box. So we use the adjustable factory mount from the Farmo and then just welded a bracket onto the battery box. So that'll work good there. And then we can use this to help clean up some of the wires. Now we can move on to getting the battery set in there, everything tied down, get the hood on, and then we can build our intake. So this intake is the same as a 2-inch piece of exhaust. So I'm gonna go ahead and stretch this out a little bit and we'll get it slid on there, and then we can line everything up with the hole in the hood. Yeah, go from there. But I gotta stretch this a little bit and then we'll cut reliefs and put a clamp on. All right, so we have a good old velocity stack style intake on here. I am going to get some sort of screen to put down here for the big stuff, but I think that looks pretty cool.
That's cool.
I'm gonna fire it up and see if it runs all right. I'm worried about the diameter of the intake. I wanna make sure it gets enough air, so I'll start it up and make sure that it's all good. So the last thing we need to do is build a connection from the starter actuator up to the seat. So I'm gonna bend some rod. That's pretty simple. We'll just make it screw in here to the contact, and we get done. Our complete pole start lever here with a nice lock washer ring to hold on to. So I think that'll pretty much wrap up this video for today. It is complete. It runs just fine, starts good. One thing we still have to do is throttle, but that will be next week. It's going to take me a minute to edit all the stuff I've worked on, so that'll wrap this video up. Thanks again, everybody, tuning in. And remember to like, leave me a comment, and also subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I will keep on this. We're almost done with the M. I know I said I would start another project this week, but just how it goes. So we're making progress. Definitely excited about it. And we'll see you on the next one.